Hey girl,
How are you?
I'm good. I thought you was somebody else, another type of officer. Okay.
It's me.
Okay,
It's me.
you. Come on in.
All right.
Play Pits is an all-natural deodorant that was created because my son at 6 years old smelled like a man. One hot, smelly day in July, my son at 6 got in a car after football practice and basketball summer camp and literally closed that door, and it changed my life. I could not believe that my sweet baby boy smelled like this grown man, so I got in the kitchen and made something for him because I went to the stores and couldn't find anything for him. Everything on the shelves was super boring and crunchy, and I knew I didn't want to use a toxic antiperspirant on him, and the natural deodorants just wasn't speaking to him. So I wanted to make something that was fun and exciting for him. If I can make you smell this good all day, you should wear it all day. And so he loved it so much. He told me to give it to everyone, and so we turned it into our family business.
Okay, y'all. I know it's been a minute, and I'm super stoked. I'm super excited, but I got my girl, Lieutenant Quincy Tate. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. We're going to get down into the nitty-gritty in a few minutes, but I just want to get to know you.
Okay.
I just want to get to know you. So, who are you? What do you like to do for fun?
It depends. So I was originally born in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
My dad is a pastor. He's still a pastor.
Wow.
And so we moved to Henderson for a couple of years, and then we moved to Blackstone, and then we settled in Chesterfield County, Virginia.
I was going to say that's Virginia.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Like Richmond, Petersburg, that area.
804. Yeah.
Yes.
Straight up 804.
Yes.
So we settled there, and that's pretty much where I was raised. Now I have roots in Durham because my dad's from Durham and my grandmother's from Durham.
Wow.
So we would spend a lot of summers right here in Durham, North Carolina.
Or what did y'all do for fun? Because Durham is North Carolina is kind of a little bit country, but not. Okay, it's country.
It's country.
It's country.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has this little city. Like, we're unique. Durham is unique.
It is unique. Downtown Durham, I really do love downtown Durham. They've built up.
Yes.
All of that good stuff. They have a lot of nice little pubs and little places that you can go and have a good time.
For sure.
So what do you do now for fun?
I hang out with my friends. Me and my sister and I, we're pretty close. That's my BFF.
Okay.
So we'll go out to, we both love food. We love
I love
good food.
Yes.
So we love soul food, but we love like trying different eateries as well.
Yes.
And so we'll just find restaurants and just go to different restaurants to eat.
Wow.
Then we go to church.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, yeah. That's
a staple. That's a must-have.
Yeah, absolutely. And hanging out with friends,
and that's really important to me. I really feel like having a solid community. That means family and friends, because to me, my friends are my family as well. So for me, it's very important to have that balance of your friends and your family, that no matter what, you already know who you can talk to that's going to make you laugh until your sides hurt. Yeah. And then that person that gives you the wisdom that you feel like you may need from time to time. So it's very important. It's very important, family and friends, and having that moment. Yeah. So what is your favorite genre of music?
Ooh.
Or your two most favorite?
Okay. My two most
I give
favorite.
you that.
All right, thank you. So I love old school, like when I say old school, Baptist gospel music.
What? Like what?
Like
what?
The Richard Smallwoods, the Kurt Cars, the Mississippi Mass.
Orlando Draper. Remember him?
I remember him.
So you ain't Okay. Orlando Draper. What about James Moore?
James Moore. I remember James Moore. I don't...
Okay, John P. Key.
John P. Key, for sure.
Okay.
Yolanda Adams.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that kind of Brooklyn Tabernacle.
Oh, yeah.
I can get with Brooklyn Tabernacle, too.
Okay.
And then on the exact opposite extreme.
Absolutely. Let's go all the way there, because mine is Afrobeats.
Okay.
Reggae, Afrobeats, that's like my love.
Okay. I like rap. I was going to say.
Ooh, so who's your favorite rap artist?
Tupac.
Tupac.
Yep.
We do love a Tupac. We do. What about Nipsey?
Yeah, I like Nipsey.
What about
Biggie? Biggie, yeah. I like the old school rap. I just like some of the new school stuff, but old school, Tupac.
That's where it's at.
Yeah. Tupac was my role model as a kid. Yes. As a kid.
Okay,
as a
explain.
I just love Tupac.
What do you mean by your role model? I mean, that's a huge thing that you just said, like your role model.
Yeah.
Like, my dad, my role model, my uncle, my sister. You said Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac.
What did he teach you?
I don't know.
Okay, but that's what you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a kid, like a teenager. I had the picture, the All Eyes on Me picture in my room. So I didn't know, just like Tupac.
Okay. Well, it seemed like you loved Tupac because she's like, that was her role model, y'all. Okay, but
and imagine explaining that to your father, who's a pastor. But yeah,
I mean, but you do know PK kids always are extreme. They always be on the other end of the Richter scale, because that's what we want to do. Because we want let our friends know we still cool. We still can have a good time. But we just gotta make sure we we're in church.
Every
Sunday. Your parents,
Sunday.
Back in the day, our parents used to say, I don't care what you did the night before. I don't care if you just got in the morning.
Yep.
You better make sure that your butt is in church.
Yep.
And on time.
And
not looking
like
crazy.
Yep.
And not looking crazy.
Yep.
Don't be up there embarrassing me.
No.
That's what our parents used to say.
Mm-mm. And you will stay awake.
Okay? Because if not, you're going to be embarrassed.
Right.
That was it.
No matter how old.
And it seemed like all the church folks, all the church parents were all in cahoots together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like they would tell on you.
Yeah, they didn't have a problem telling
They didn't have a problem telling or disciplining you.
No.
Which brings us to our next thing. We're talking about community. We're talking about keeping the community safe. Mm-hmm. We're talking about being in law enforcement. Mm-hmm. And of course, things have changed.
Yeah.
Over years, over time, things have changed, right? And so, back in the day, anybody in the neighborhood, any other parent in the neighborhood could discipline your child. And then your parent, before they even got home, they already knew what was happening.
Yep.
They already knew, right?
Mm-hmm. Because they talked. There was communication. It was a true village.
It was a true
that
village.
was raising the village children.
Exactly.
All the children, yeah.
So, in a few moments, everybody, we're going to have a sit-down conversation with this lieutenant over here about law enforcement now, then, possibly, and then some of the ways in which she and all of us can benefit from exercising our right as far as being of sound mind. And it all goes back to your mental health. Mm-hmm. It goes back to your mental health across the board, whether you're a citizen, whether you're in law enforcement. It's all about what are we doing to maintain our mental stability. Because what happens is when we're not maintaining our mental stability, it bleeds out into the streets.
Yes. Yes.
Physically and emotionally bleeding.
Yeah.
And right now, a lot of us are bleeding out.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to have that conversation in about 2 moments, okay? We'll see you back in a few seconds. Okay?
See y'all.
See y'all.
Malik is in the hospital. He got admitted last night.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I'm Dr. Naomi Samuels. I'm Malik's sister. Why is he here?
Malik is getting the best care possible.
Naomi, you really got to get a handle on your anger issues.
The biggest night of my life, Trey.
But I'm about to figure it out.
Maybe you need to check yourself.
The four of you have always been there for each other, even when you had your differences.
Sometimes God allows minor setbacks for major comebacks. Trust me, it's all gonna work out.
Everyone expects me to show up for them. But who the hell is gonna show up for me?
We are family, and family sticks together.
So Quincy, why law enforcement? Of all the occupations out here, why?
Interesting. I never wanted to be a police officer.
Never?
No, that was never in my purview.
Arsenal of things to choose from.
No. What happened was I went to grad school at Indiana State University.
Okay.
And I needed to do, and I had to complete an internship. And so I did that at the DEA in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
With the Drug Enforcement Administration. And so I wanted to be a federal agent.
Oh.
And so they were like, well, you're going to have to get some kind of experience. And so I'm like, okay. But being an intelligence analyst was not the experience that they told me I needed.
Oh,
they
okay.
said, go out, become a cop, and then in a couple of years, once you get some experience, then come back. And you
so
have some
go
experience.
out, become a cop. So did you have to go to school, do some more training then?
Yes. So I went through the academy. First of all, I applied. When they told me that, I applied all over the place. DC police, Baltimore, Miami, anywhere.
I mean, you went for the gustos. I mean, you went for the areas that, you really got to be on it.
Because I wanted that experience so that I could get back and become a DEA agent or FBI or CIA. And so Durham actually called me first. And so it actually worked out. I have family here. I went to North Carolina Central University for undergrad. So I came back here and I actually fell in love with it. Now, I did try to apply, but they were on a hiring freeze or something was going on at the time. So I think that everything just works out well, I think that everything worked out in my favor.
Yeah, like it should. Everything falls into place. So, okay, so once you went to the police academy, all that good stuff, and then once you're in there, your career path changed. Your mindset changed, I guess you would say.
Yes.
Okay. And so what did your family think about it?
Initially, they weren't all the way excited about it.
Right.
They're like, you went to school, you got your bachelor's, now you have your master's, become a federal agent. But then once I started the field training officer program and calling them with stories and stuff, I'm like, hey, this is what's going on, this is what I got to do. They became a lot more excited. And then once I started kind of climbing the ranks and going to different divisions and stuff, it made it different.
Okay, so what exactly do you do at the present time as it relates to law enforcement?
So I'm currently assigned to the Professional Standards Division, and I'm technically over the accreditation program. I have one civilian employee that is the accreditation manager.
I do know that in law enforcement, and just like when you just said, certain things you can and cannot share, that has to be a very stressful job to be in. What are some of the things that you find challenging?
Not taking it home. As a young officer, I was younger, so in my mind I thought oh, I'm getting over it, I'm not worried about it. We were working rotating shifts, so I would talk to a lot of the officers about it. So it's a lot of me talking to other officers, but that's not necessarily helping the situation. Trying to figure out how not to take it home. I now, as an older and more mature, seasoned officer, I figured that out, because I'll call my sister or my dad or my mom or anybody, and I'll say, this is what happened at work today. They listen. A lot of people think it's interesting, but it gives me a moment to just kind of get it out instead of holding it in. To people who I can trust, because it's not like I can talk to people in the department about some of the stuff that I have going on in professional standards.
Yeah, I totally get that. What are some of the tasks or some of the teams that you've been on at your job that may have been really rewarding but high stress?
When I was an investigator in the Special Victims Unit, and so there, right.
When you said that, you know what I thought about? Dun dun.
Yep. yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, but I know y'all probably felt the same way. You probably saying dun dun.
Yeah, it was Olivia Benson.
Yes,
Yeah.
Olivia.
My mom loves that show.
See,
it's a good show.
It is a good show. Does it depict kind of like what? No.
No, we don't solve those in an hour for sure. No. Is that what you were asking?
Part of it, I know we don't solve them in an hour, but some of the stories that they tell of some of the family situations that transpire in that show, is that kind of like true too?
Yes.
Okay.
From some of the stuff that I've seen, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know you guys do not solve crimes in an hour. So you were on the Special Victims Unit.
And so there, of course, and I know a lot of people have watched the show, but it's hard because you're dealing with victims who are still alive, who are experiencing the trauma, who are having to explain their story multiple times. They've had to explain it to the dispatchers when they call 911. Then they have to explain it to an officer when the patrol officer gets there. And they have to explain it again to an investigator when they arrive on the scene. And I'm talking about like stuff that just happened.
Right.
And then you're gonna have to explain it to the district attorney or assistant district attorney assigned to the case if it goes that route, if it's prosecuted or we make an arrest. The reward in that is when you are able to make an arrest and that particular victim, whether male or female, feels somewhat safe knowing that their attacker is behind bars. I would say that would be the most rewarding
and
position.
most stressful.
And most stressful. Oh, and it was stressful because you're dealing with victims,
right?
And they're calling. They have additional information. You have to go, follow up on those leads. That might not be the evidence that you might have, but they're telling you one thing, and so yes, that was stressful.
Do you ever feel, or sometimes in your, like when you get up in the morning and you're going out and you're working, it's devastating when you answer a call and it's someone that you really know. So do you ever think about that, or you pray and be like, God, please, like, I don't want to have to be the one to answer that call?
For somebody that I might actually
you really know, or a family member. Like I've known people who have gone to answer a call and it's their child. It's their relative. And it's just like, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, you're coming upon the scene as an officer, not as a family member. Do you ever think about that in your day-to-day life, or you don't even try to think about it?
I don't even try to think about it.
I get it.
But I have limited family here, so it's like my sister. It's me and my sister here.
But you don't think about it.
I don't.
That's really good, because I guess one of my biggest fears would probably be to answer the call and it's someone that I really know, like a family member or a friend, and it's just like, how do you deal with things like that?
Now, if it was somebody in my social group or something, maybe not family, my social group, or even at the river, like at the church that we go to, the river, that would be hard.
Yeah.
That would be extreme, whether victim
and we
or
just
suspect.
had a situation, which was really hard for the church family. But how is it that you're able to manage your stress? Because I know you do have a lovely son, a handsome son, and you don't really want to take that home.
Right.
So how do you find ways to cope and to manage your stress level?
It's been a lot. So when I was in homicide, when I was assigned the first time as an investigator, I would say that was probably the most stressful part of being in law enforcement at that time. Like, all of the other units, yes, SVU was stressful, that kind of thing, but homicide was different. And so I ended up going to therapy. Now, they do have...
Therapy, you hear that?
Oh, yeah, you have to. Because
is it mandatory?
No, it's not mandatory.
Oh, wow.
And I had some other things going on, but once I got to homicide, that stuff started just really coming out because of what I was seeing a lot of on a day-to-day basis. My mind, nobody's brain is equipped to look at dead bodies all day. And then to have to deliver that news to whoever that mother is, you know, the victim's mother, you never get that sound of that mother's wail out of your head.
Yeah.
And you can see it coming as soon as you knock on the door. Or you make that phone call. Like you are literally the barrier bat that's gonna just devastate.
And you're probably bracing yourself.
Right.
Because you too have to deal with this emotionally. It's just like, okay, how can I show up for them, and how can I be strong? And I know this is my job and this is what I have to do. But like you said, you're a mother.
Right.
So a mother can feel the pain of another mother, especially when you're talking about their children.
Right.
So some of the ways in which you cope is through therapy.
I went to therapy, and that is what helped me out a lot. Just kind of talking to a therapist about homicide, but then also the other things that I had going on in my life. And got down, we were able to get down to, Quincy, what makes you happy? Like, what makes you balanced? And the two things, working out and a consistent, like me consistently going to church.
That right there, the working out, yes, and going to church, it just brings everything together. It gives you another perspective on life and situations, and grace and mercy and all of that.
Yes.
That's a great combination.
And I've realized if one or both are absent, then I'm out of whack. And so with church, going to church, I'm around people who are not cops. I'm around people who are like-minded. I don't know all of their stuff. They don't know all my stuff. Because I don't mix and mingle like that. But everybody's just so loving and just so, hey, praying for you. I'm praying for you too. And it makes a huge difference. And then we hear the word. It's like, okay, I can start anew. I can start my week fresh and be okay. And obviously my relationship with God as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me this. Mental health and law enforcement. I know it's a stigma. I'm pretty sure that there is a stigma attached to that. I know years ago, mental health or therapy was like really taboo, especially in the Black community. Some people felt like it was a sign of weakness. Like, what do you mean you're going to therapy? Like, what is that really all about? But do you find that there is a stigma attached to seeking therapy in law enforcement?
Yes.
How so?
We're still a predominantly male-dominated field, and so with, like you just touched on it, is in the Black community, if you think about even Black males going to therapy, I mean, they're trying to do it now.
Yes.
A lot of outreach for that, but it's still a growing thing and concern. It's the same with males in our department or law enforcement in general. We want to think, just like I thought before going to homicide and everything just kind of starting to come out, we want to think that we can handle everything on our own. Like, we can just talk to some other cops, we'll be okay, hang out with other cops, and you find yourself just talking about cop stuff all day, which is even less healthy.
Right.
So yes, it is a stigma.
Is it? So do they encourage it? Do you think?
Yes.
Okay. Is the insurance great as it relates to mental health? Because, like, for a prime example, teachers have one of the best insurances out there. Most school systems have really good health insurance. With mental health and all of that, do you think that within the law enforcement agency, that could it be better, or it could be better?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Or is it good?
It's good. I can speak for at least Durham Police. We do have really good benefits when it comes to mental health, or if you want to go to an outside provider, you can do that as well, because that's what I did.
Right.
But we have employee assistance program. I think it's between 12 and 15 free sessions. I can't remember.
A year or a month?
A year, per year. So, like,
which I think it could be more.
Maybe, but I don't know.
Because I think that should be, because for me, just like we go and get our hair done,
right?
We go to the gym, just like we get our nails done, just like we do those things. I really feel like your mental health or your therapy session should be scheduled just like that. And like you said, yes, one a month may be great, but what if something, traumatic happened, wherein you may need to talk to someone like
right then
and there, or for weeks on end, like every day or every week, because we don't know, because everybody's mental stability is different and everyone handles things differently. 12 a year is good, but I really feel like it could be more.
And now I do not know how often it is even utilized. I don't know. You might be able to add more. Like the clinic, the counselor might say, "Hey, we're going to give you an additional 12 depending on the situation." I don't know that, but we do have a peer support team as well that was implemented in within Durham Police Department.
Wow.
And so they are officers, but they've gone through a class. It is anonymous, and they literally have a QR code, I think, that you can scan at this point. And you'll immediately be able to get in contact with another officer that has the experience and training to actually talk to somebody.
So what can you do moving forward, even being that we're sitting down now, we're talking about mental health and law enforcement? What are some things that you possibly could do yourself to facilitate more people being aware of mental health and law enforcement and the different tools that they could use?
I think it starts with just like what we're doing right here.
Yeah.
I don't know who this will reach. Maybe it'll reach an officer that's like, "Hey, you know what? I'm struggling out here with some of the calls that I'm seeing, or some of the homicides I'm dealing with, or I just left a call with a dead child that I'm trying to understand. I can't seem to grasp." We don't know who it will reach, so I don't mind telling my story and talking about mental health and law enforcement because it is important. If you do not have the correct coping mechanisms,
yes,
you will be in a world of trouble.
Crash and burn.
Crash and burn, yes, every time.
And it happens so quickly, and you're not even sure of where it's coming from or why you're reacting to certain things in the way in which you are. But it all has to go back to, because your 9 to 5 is like the majority of your day, and then you have to come home and sit with that. And when you close your eyes, because I know personally, if I'm dealing with some things, and if I may verbally say, "Oh, I'm good, I'm dealing with that, like I'm not even worried about that," but when you close your eyes and go to sleep, I know it was one situation I was dealing with, an hour before I would wake up in the morning, things would be playing over in my mind, like I'm trying to connect the dots to different things, and it's not that you're trying to think about it or even trying to process it. But it just plays in your head. So mental health and seeking therapy and knowing what your triggers are is very important. And I'm so glad that you were able to take the time to sit with me today, because we're all a community, just like we were talking about in the car. We are all a community. We all, like, if you're bleeding, I'm bleeding.
Right. Yeah.
Because it bleeds over into other things and other areas and other people.
Yes.
So we are a community, and I would just really love to see or to witness just everybody just having grace with each other, compassion, understanding, and help.
Yeah.
And just help. So Quincy, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you talk about getting up at 5 in the morning. I'm telling you, 2, 3 in the morning. I'm up, my mind's racing, thinking about what do I need to do tomorrow? What do I need to do? What steps do I need to follow on this homicide, this case? You got to get help, because otherwise you'll go back to sleep, and you're gonna have to wake up and be in that office at 8 a.m. You're tired. You've been up all night thinking about what steps do you need to do for this homicide or this particular case. And you're not able to function that way.
Right, not to the best of your ability.
No.
And then we all need you to be functioning like on 100.
Right.
And because especially in law enforcement, it's not too much room for error.
No.
It's just not.
One wrong
And so
move.
that right there is pressure.
Yes. You have to have a good night's rest. I'm not talking about 5 hours. I used to do that when I was on patrol, let me tell you. I was out there working off duty after a 12-hour shift, and I'm just going. It is unhealthy.
Yeah.
5 hours is not enough rest for you to go to work the next day. And a lot of us do it, but it's not healthy.
Right.
Eventually, it'll catch up to you.
Right.
And you be spazzing out on people at work because you're tired.
Right.
Like, that's what it boils down to.
Right.
So, I don't mind sharing my story with anybody and the importance of therapy or mental health in law enforcement or any agency.
Yeah. I am so glad again that you came and shared with us. So, as Quincy said, rest, talk to somebody. Whether it's your family, your friend, a therapist, make sure you're downloading to someone other than yourself. Getting the proper rest and proper nutrition and working out is very key. What are we doing? What are you doing to maintain your mental stability? It's important. That's the reason why we have this show, because it's so important to take care of you. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Quincy, for joining us.
Thank you.
How well do you sleep? Do you spend your evenings worrying about work, your personal life, and things you have absolutely no control over? Are you actually waking up stressed out? Oftentimes, the lack of sleep can make the body feel on edge and can cause burnout, anxiety, and various health conditions. To ensure a good night's rest, let us make a conscious effort to manage our stress by simple things as taking a break, taking a walk, breathing in, breathing out, practicing mindfulness, and setting clear boundaries. You can control your stress to ensure a good night's rest.